Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel, to you as a Shalom. Lord willing, his blessings edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. And what you see on the screen here is a Amalekite, a so-called Israeli, a Jewish person, and in this video he's boasting and bragging about being part of the chosen people, calling himself the J word, man. Right? I'm trying my best not to get this video struck, even though this video may get struck, not based on what I say, but based on what he says, because in a way he's speaking about racial supremacy. He says the Jewish people are the best people in the world, things of that nature, God's chosen people. And he is right. The children of, really the children of Israel, really the children of Judah are the true Jews. But of course, it's also referenced as the southern kingdom of Israel. The 3 southern tribes are considered Judah too. But really, Judah is also, Jewish or Jews are also considered to be all 12 tribes, right? So, nonetheless, he is right in the sense when he says, the Jews are the best people in the world, God shows the people, things of that nature, right? Favoritism. It's true. That's what the Bible says, man. But then he starts taking credit for writing the scriptures. He starts taking credit for, a bunch of things. But, because the so-called Jewish people did not write the scriptures. It was the true Jews, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that are in America today. Those are the true authors of the Bible, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But I'm going to play the video. I'm going to get some precepts out real quick. The video is about a minute long.
Why are you so jealous of the Jews? It's not our fault being so wise, smart, good looking. Look at this body. We smell good, Jewlicious. That's Jewish jealousy. Jealousy. First human beings ever. We wrote the Bible, the best bestseller book in history. What did you do? So what if we control the media? Someone needs to control it. You just want it to be all over the place. We were chosen by God. Drop the mic. Choose Jews. Just Jew it. It's not our fault having nice, smooth penises. It's called Jewish penis envy. Look it up. Read a book. Is it Jew much for you? Look at this big nose. Are you jealous? Best sense of smell in the world. We smell the money. We love the money. Oh, you don't love money? Oh, you don't? You love it. You should join us. Join the party. Hava Nagila, baby. Enough with the nonsense. We are all the same, but Jews are better than everyone. Why are you...
See? And there's hypocrisy of this man. He says, we're enough of the nonsense. We're all the same. But he's right when he says, you know what, let me just get the scripture, Salakia. We go to Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Deuteronomy 7 and 6, Salakia. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahweh thy power. The Lord Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Right? So the Lord did choose a certain people to be better than everybody else on the face of the earth. But the people that's living in Israel today are not those people. Those are Israelis. The true people that the Lord is talking about when he says he has a chosen people above everybody on the face of the earth are the Israelites. The true descendants of Jacob by blood, I'm not going to say DNA testing because, DNA testing is off. But it's really by blood and by the spirit, man. Because you'll have other people scattered through the 4 corners of the earth that might look like different nationalities, but they truly are Israelites, right? So it's not a skin color thing, right? Even the video I just played, that guy could be a Jake. You just can't go for appearance. But I'm not saying that he is. I'm leaning more towards a Edomite. But nonetheless, just for, edification's sake, it's possible that people look like that can be Israelites too. It's not just because you're so-called black, or just because you're so-called Hispanic, or just because you're so-called Native American or Seminole Indian. It doesn't work like that. This is a spiritual thing. But it's also about a lineage and a heritage, man. According to the book of Numbers, chapter 1, it's chosen by the lineage of our fathers, man, by the seed of the man. All right, but nonetheless, so he is right about, you know, the chosen people being chosen by God that are better than everybody else. But also, he also said how they control the media, they control basically the money and how much they have, how much money they have. Call themselves wise, but it's foolishness, man. Let me get this real quick. First Corinthians 3:19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Right. He's talking about how wise they are, but they're wise to do evil. They're wise to do wicked things, you know. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. In roughly paraphrasing. But at the end of the day, he's going to take the wise in their own craftiness. Their own traps, tools, devices, plans that Esau laid out for these other nations is ultimately going to end up being to his own detriment. You know, most importantly with the thermonuclear missiles. Those thermonuclear missiles were created with the intent to put all these other nations in check via the sword. Put all these other nations and basically say, yo, you better do what I say or we'll launch these things. We'll launch these thermonuclear missiles, right? They had the threat of that power, but now these other nations have them too. So Esau isn't the big bad bully on the block anymore, man. So his own creation is being used against him. He taketh the wise and their own craftiness. And it took a lot of wisdom to create weapons of mass destruction like that, you know? But it's going to be used against him. Just like it took a lot of wisdom to create a weapon of mass destruction such as social media and the internet and television. But now that's being used against Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and these other nations too. Because now a reverse propaganda is going out through the four corners of the earth on the unicorn. Reverse propaganda is the truth, all right? You get the truth going out, you know, and now you got the truth going out about Amalek. Because a lot of people are sharing things that are going on in the Gaza Strip and with the IDF army, the Israeli army, and so-called Palestinians, right? Now a lot of people are sharing things that they see on social media with everybody. Now they're calling TikTok an anti-Semitic social media platform because so many people are sharing things, the atrocities that these Edomites are doing in Israel, man. And that's another proof that this is not the people. Because if God showed the people were in the land, we're in the Holy Land, we're in the chosen land, there would be no war, there would be no battling, man. So it's further proof that those people are not the true people of the land or the true people of the Most High, man. All right, I mean, you get real quick, 1 Peter chapter 2. 1 Peter 2:9, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation. And that word holy means set apart. So the Lord has a nation of people that's set apart from every other nation. Basically what we read in Deuteronomy 7:6, which is part of the Torah. So Amalek knows about these scriptures and verses. And this is why they try to yikwab and use them against the world, really. And say, look, this is who we are. But really, they're imposters, man. Those are Edomites that took on, basically Edomites like, I believe Eastern Europeans that took on the ways and the religion of the true Jews, right? And they took on those ways for about 200 years until they started believing that those were that they were really are the chosen people, right? Because you really could wipe a people's memory in a generation, right? People don't remember what life was like before social media, and that was only like 10, 15 years ago. People don't remember what life was like before GPS, but you have to pull out maps to navigate the roads and stuff like that, where you have to look up actual paper and see the grid lines on the paper, B9, D4, things of that nature. You know, people don't remember this, but it wasn't that long ago. So it'll be easy to wipe a whole entire, basically, nation of people's memory within a couple generations. But these people, they converted to Judaism, not Judaism, but they converted. Yeah, they took on the ways of basically they created their own religion with Judaism, which was a mix of you know, following the law, statutes, and commandments, but sprinkling in some nonsense. And that's what Judaism is, man. And they took on those ways, and then they pretended to be the people. This is why in 1917, they started drafting the Balfour Declaration, you know, and then in 1948, governments around the world officially recognized that plot of land for these Edomites who call themselves Israelis, man. But how can you call yourself that if you're not native to the land? You're not. You're really a bunch of Temanites and a bunch of other Edomites pretending to be, you know. Let me see if I'm not. Lord willing, I'll look into that and break that down officially, man. Because these people are not who they claim to be, and the curses in the Bible proves it. The blessings in the Bible proves it. Because you can't have sodomite parades in the Holy Land and think that you're chosen by God. No, you have to be some sort of a wicked, vile creature, man, to be doing shit like that, man. Let me get real quick. Zechariah 9:6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines, right? And that bastard is Amalek, man, dwelling in the Holy Land, man, pretending to be somebody he's not. Because these other nations see the value of being chosen, but they're also mad that they're not, because they sold their birthright. But see, they see the value in it. Jake don't see the value of being God's chosen people, man. Jake only sees the value in being a slave, being a nigga. 2/3 of our people don't have a rulership type of mindset. They can't see themselves as a sovereign nation. They always see themselves as being dependent on somebody else, right? But why not just depend on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? No, they got to depend on these other nations, man. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Salakia. If not, I'm just gonna keep it pushing. All right, Salakia. Let me go to the book of Acts. Acts chapter 13 and verse 17. The power of this people of Israel chose our fathers and exalted the people when they dwelt as strangers in the land of Egypt, and with an high arm brought he them out of it. Right. The Lord brought us out of Egypt. These Amalekites were not in Egypt, you know, serving hardcore bondage in the sun, man. They were not doing that. These are not the people, man, that were doing that, man. All right. And you got to think about it. Every nation that Jake is a captive, or, you know, every nation that's exalted, like the ruling class nation on the earth, every nation that's exalted, and Jake is in captivity under that nation is the greatest, you know, nation on earth. Because Jake's, you know, is Israel a homeborn slave. Why is he so spoiled? Roughly paraphrasing. Jake is great at being a servant. Jake is great at everything they do. Everything Jake put their mind to, they can excel at it. But unfortunately, the majority of our people put their mind towards wickedness, man. All right? This is why you see Jake go so hard on these pagan holidays. This is why you see Jake go so hard when it comes to sodomy, man. Ain't no sodomite like a Jake sodomite, man. They're fucking flamboyant as hell, man. And it's fucking aggravating to see. And they put weave in, the men switch when they walk. It's disgusting, man. So Jake take things to the next level. This is why things such as like sports and music and everything is so entertaining, because Jake is behind it. and they take shit to the next level. So when you see ancient civilizations such as Egypt, where structures still standing even till this day, that's how you know it was, you know, created by Jake, man. Because of Jake put their hands, you know. Let me learn how to say this, Lakia. Jake can excel at what they do under the right, you know, it's weird. It's under the right circumstances. Jake gotta really be beaten to serve the Lord. This is how I started serving the Lord personally. I was tired of seeing me, myself, and my people getting our asses whooped, man. All right? But, you know, really, that's what Jake needs. Jake is stiff-necked. Scripture talks about beating a servant, man. In the Apocrypha, I want to say it's Sirach. Bruise. No, I'm just going to put servant. Sirach 33, I'm going to start at verse 25. If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty. But it's weird because 2/3 of our people technically have liberty. They have the ability and option to serve any god they want right now, especially in America. America is no holds barred when it comes to idolatry, man. You can serve anything you want in this place, man. You know, there's a religion in America where I think they worship something called the Flying Spaghetti Monster. And I want to say it has either hundreds or thousands of members, you know, worshiping a thing called the Flying Spaghetti Monster. But, you know, so you have the ability, the freedom, so-called, because there's no such thing as free will. You have the ability to serve any god you want here, but you refuse to serve the only true God there is, man. So in a way, it's like you're idle now, but you're not seeking liberty. Or you have the freedom now, but there's gonna be a point in time where the Lord's gonna set us all to labor. When we have the law, statutes, and commandments written in our inward parts, it's gonna be impossible for us to go off. Which means we're going to be under the law, statutes, commandments 24/7. All right? So in a way, even in the kingdom, we won't have free will. All right? Because the Lord ordains everything. Verse 26, a yoke and a collar do bow the neck. So are tortures and torments for an evil servant. Send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. Right? And this is literally what the Lord did to our people, man. He put yokes and collars around our necks, man, because we were wicked. All right, there's no pictures, or there might be one or two. There's no pictures or testimonies of Amalek getting hung up and hung from trees, you know, going through hardcore bondage like that. Right? They bring up things like the Holocaust, but the Holocaust wasn't what it seems, man. And, you know, people got to do their research when it comes to the Holocaust. And who teaches you about the Holocaust? The school system, which really is ran by Amalek, because the government is ran by Amalek. The education system is part of the government. Government is ran by Amalekites, so-called Jewish people, man. The media, which is ran by Amalekites. And even the guy said it. He was like, yeah, so what? We run the media. Somebody has to run it. All right? So the things that you learning from your enemy. Your enemy is not going to tell you the truth, man, because the truth shall make you free. Right? So the enemy's not going to tell you the truth. So that you got to do your own research when it comes to basically everything, man. The simple believeth every word, man. But nonetheless, there's no videos or pictures or testimonies of Amalek going through hardcore bondage. Right? So they don't fit the curses written in Deuteronomy chapter 28. So those aren't the true people that the Lord chose. Those aren't the Israelites. Those are Israelis. And they'll tell you that they tell you in a way without telling you. They call themselves you wish. And with the ish suffix, that means pertaining to, not quite like. Jewish, bluish, nine-ish, grayish. That car is kind of red-ish, you know? It's kind of red, but it's not quite red. It's not quite red. It can be mistaken for something else. That's what the ish suffix means. So they tell you in their own words. They tell you that they're Israelis. They don't call themselves Israelites. They don't, even though they call themselves the chosen people, they will never call themselves Israelites, because it's a confession, really, by omission. They're not telling you what it really is, but, you know, in a way. No, I'm rambling, Salakia. Let me just get back to these scriptures, man. These niggas, man. And he also talked about how they love money, man. And this is the scriptures, man. Psalm 73. I'm starting from the top. Truly the Most High is good to Israel. And this is talking about the Israelites, not the nation not the country. Because Israel is a people before a place, not the country or the land of Israel, not the Israelis. But this is talking about the Israelites. Truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. All right. These Amalekites can't have a clean heart, man. They got a crooked spirit, man. And nothing clean can come out of something unclean, man. All right. Even their skin, man, is technically unclean. It's leprosy, right? If you lack melanin, right? If you have no melanin, right, you have leprosy, man. So when Moses put his hand into his bosom and the Lord told him to take him out so he could show the people that the Lord was dealing with them, his hand turned white as snow. It turned leprous, right? Which means before it turned white, it must have been dark brown, because it wouldn't have been such a miracle or an astonishment to see if he was already so-called white, put his hand in, and he took it out, and it stayed the same color, right? And it doesn't make sense. These are not the people, man. All right, Psalm 73 and 2. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Right. And this is what this dude was saying in the video. He was basically being braggadocious about the things him and his people have. Right. Oh, look at us. Oh, our big noses have the best smelling scent in the world, or the best sense of smell in the world. Yeah, we control the media. Yeah, we love money. Yeah, things of that nature, right? Yeah, we're God's chosen people. Drops the mic. We're chosen by God. Well, he's bragging about shit that a lot of it wasn't true, and he is not the people. They are not the people, man. So he has nothing to brag about, man. The thing is, too, this nigga is going into slavery. If he is an Edomite, he is going into slavery. He's gonna have yokes. Since he wanted to be, since he wanted to be an Israelite so bad, he's gonna go through the curses in the kingdom, man. He's not gonna become an Israelite, but he's gonna have the yokes of iron around his neck. He's gonna go through all the curses written about and throughout the scriptures, man. Since he wanted to be the people so bad, all right, you about to speak it into existence. But the Wadi Yabashim Yashai, it's not their will, it's the Lord's will. Psalm 73 and verse 4. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Right? He's not in trouble like other men. This is why he was able to record this shit and put it on social media, because he's not plagued like other men. He's not in trouble like other men. They don't go through the same trials and tribulations as Jake do, man. He doesn't have to, be afraid when he hears sirens. He doesn't have to, make sure his seatbelt is on when a cop drives behind him. He doesn't have to watch out for his own neighbors to make sure they don't rob him or try to set him up or try to kill him, right? He doesn't have to worry about, basically anything. Not anything, but he doesn't have to worry about the things that we have to worry about as Israelites, as the chosen people of the Lord, man. He's not in trouble like us other men. The book of Job tells about how their houses are far, basically, from the rod of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, the Lord hasn't really touched them yet, but he's going to touch them. Psalm 73 and verse 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Right. that video was just a guy ranting, a prideful rant, man. And pride goes before destruction. So this nigga is going to be destroyed, and then go into slavery, man. All right. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Right. They have not only more than enough. They have more than you could think of, man. They have everything. If you control, if you're only 2% of the United States population, being the so-called Jewish man, you're only 2%, but you control pharmaceutical companies, the banking system, the government, which the government includes education and military. You control media, right? You control government agencies like the FDA and things of that nature, where food, you control the food system, the supply chains, man. You're only 2% of the population, but somehow you have a seat in you have a position of power in all these fields or all these different things, man. No, the Lord put you up there, man. This is all of the Lord, man. It's locked in. We get one more. I'm gonna close out. Am I tripping? Oh shit, I'm tripping. Salakia. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Right. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. These people did not, earn their position. They didn't, the Lord put them in a position like this because they're wicked. But the only reason the Lord put them on top is because we were wicked too. So he put us on the bottom. And that's part of the curses too. The Lord talked about how we'll be the tail and not the head. He made these other nations, especially Edom, the head. The nation that hates us the most, he made them the head. Because if we didn't want to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, he made us serve our enemies. He basically said, if you don't want to serve me, you're going to serve your enemies and see how they treat you. And after all this time of serving our enemies, 2/3 of our people refuse to serve the Lord. They refuse to get up under the heel of Esau, man. They refuse it, man. Because they can't imagine a life without him, man. These niggas have Stockholm Syndrome to the highest degree, man. All right? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right. He's covering the faces of the judges thereof. This is modern day iconoclasm. When you look at it, when you think about it, man, you got people claiming to be people that they are not. They're covering the faces by claiming that these Israelis are the chosen people of the Lord, man. But the chosen people of the Lord, again, are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that scattered throughout America, but also scattered through the four corners of the earth because of your disobedience. The Lord put you, took you from your home. He kicked you out the house at the end of the day. This is like, you see kids now. Well, not really much now, but, back in the day, where somebody had a rebellious child, they kicked them out the house. Hey, yo, you don't want to listen to me? I'm not going to continue to house you, feed you, provide you with utilities if you refuse to obey my commandments. Get the fuck out the house. And this is what the Lord did. We're kicked out the house, and now an abusive, child molesting sodomite took us in, man. And this is why you see our people just bugged out and destroyed, man. Our people were touched, man, in the head. And they're bugged the fuck out. But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say Shalom and abide with all.